up. We are recording this class live tonight, and I do welcome you all to our class, whether you are rewatching this or participating with me tonight. My name is Gina Young, and I am a mom and a sports and event photographer and a silver leader with Young Living. I personally have a story with Reproductive Hormone Health and am grateful to have Young Living in my life now, but what I wouldn't have given to have had it in my life about 20 years ago. I have battled infertility myself. I have 2 sets of kids, which I didn't realize there was a problem until there were 6 years of drought. And then we were able to have 2 more children with a little bit of infertility help. And then after that, I went 10 years before deciding that my body just wasn't working right, and I was going through a lot of other things, and we were not ever able to have more children. And so learning about this information, I wish I would have known then what I know now, and I wish I would have had the Young Living products to have been able to access to use with supporting my systems and my body. So thank you once again for coming and learning about how Young Living products can equip us with what we need for our healthy reproduction. Today, we will be here for just about an hour, maybe a little bit less. We will be learning how to support hormone health with products from Young Living. This is such a meaningful topic for so many people, and I'm excited to share what I have learned. And we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's simply start by what is a hormone. Let's see. Well, a hormone is a regulatory substance produced in an organism and transported in tissue fluids such as blood to stimulate specific cells or tissues into action. Both plants and animals have hormones. Plants have hormones that ensure adequate growth, such as acid and auxins. Humans have hormones that influence our sexual and reproductive behaviors, blood sugar, energy, and mood, water, homeostasis, and stress responses. So I do ask your grace tonight. There are a lot of big words to use tonight, and she has given us some pronunciations, but of course it's going to take me a little bit to get through some of these really big words. So I hope you'll be able to see some of these words on the screen and be able to ask any questions that you might have. I did see that there might be a chat comment real quick. Let me check that. It looks like we are good. Okay, perfect. All right, so talking here, for this class, we are going to primarily focus on the steroid hormones. The rate-limiting step in the production of sex steroids is the conversion of cholesterol to progesterone. From progesterone, progesterone can be made by another enzyme. From progesterone, there are 3 different pathways that lead to different byproducts. First, progesterone can be transformed into cortisol, which is the stress hormone of the body. Then there's aldosterone. Yeah, you guys can see it there on the screen. Aldosterone. Let's go with that. Aldosterone, a hormone that governs water and mineral balance. We're into what is called dehydroepiandrosterone, also known as DHEA. So let's just go with DHEA tonight, right? Okay, so when I say that, that's what we're talking about. DHEA is the most abundant hormone in the body and is further converted into testosterone, which is then converted into estrogen. So cholesterol is converted to progesterone, progesterone into progesterone, and progesterone into cortisol, aldosterone and DHEA, and then DHEA into testosterone, and then into estrogens. This is a simplification of the system because it omits many intern steps, but it is the gist of it. To support reproductive hormone health, there are a variety of supplements that can either directly feed into the system, such as those with DHEA, progesterone, and plant-based progesterones. Plants also have hormones, and some of these can mimic the natural roles of hormones in the body. Therefore, herbs are often added to supplement to give a boost to the endocrine system. We are not going to talk about disease treatment tonight, but we do know that there are certain hormones that are critically important throughout different times of our life. So moving on here to our next slide. Hopefully that will all pop up and you guys can see it. Wonderful. For example, estrogen, seen here in the light blue, is very important around the time of fertility in the woman. Progesterone, seen here in the orange-red color, is very important towards the end of the menstrual cycle when the body is ready to become pregnant. Progesterone is also the hormone of pregnancy, and normal pregnancy cannot happen without progesterone. In fact, progesterone and estrogen levels soar during pregnancy and then rapidly decline after birth. In men, the hormone situation is a bit simpler than in women. Men initially are passed on a bit of testosterone from their mom following birth. Then testosterone levels fall in their lowest level during childhood. They rapidly rise around the time of puberty and peak in early to mid-20s, and then gradually fall throughout the rest of life. While they do not reach as low levels as they were before puberty, they do go quite low. DHEA follows a similar pattern to the one with levels declining in both men and women starting in the mid-20s. So these charts here help us understand when we may need certain supplements. Supplementation. If you are in a time when you are hoping to conceive, it may be a time to help support more of an estrogen or testosterone side of the system. If you are pregnant or going or towards the end of a cycle, you may choose to support the testosterone side of the system. If you are pregnant or towards the end of a cycle, you may choose to support the progesterone side of the system. During menopause, we know that progesterone levels fall quickly, and you may choose products that support optimum levels. Estrogen can wreak havoc because levels change so rapidly during pregnancy, so using plant-based estrogens might be helpful to stabilize the levels. So let's start with the simplest of all the hormone support products, PD-8020. PD-8020 only contains 2 ingredients, progesterone and DHEA. It is 80% progesterone and 20% DHEA. This is a powerful supplement because it feeds straight into the hormone system. One of the most common questions about hormone support is, how do I know if I need a support supplement? Well, it's a good idea to consider going to get your hormone panel checked before starting any of these supplements. If you are going to consider supplements directly into the hormone pathways, it may be nice to see if they are messed up before you begin. I say that because none of these supplements are benign. They are very potent and can influence our hormone levels. For example, DHEA has been shown to increase testosterone levels and therefore should be used with caution of people with polycystic ovarian syndrome or in women who already have signs of high testosterone. All right, Young Living's most popular personal care product is Progessence Plus. This is my #1 gateway with Young Living that I totally felt a huge difference when I started using it, and I continue to use it every day. Progessence Plus is not an essential oil, but it is a serum containing fractionated coconut oil, vitamin E, and essential oils such as frankincense, bergamot, and peppermint. It also contains wild yam extract. Wild yam extracts come from an inedible Mexican yam, and it gives the saponin dioxygenin, which is structurally very similar and very easily converted into progesterone. And it was actually used as a starting product of the first ever birth control pill. Data around the use of wild yam has mixed conclusions on how well it works. We know it is safe to use on the skin and that progesterone is more available for use in the body when applied to the skin versus being taken by the mouth. But studies conclude that wild yam has subtle effects on balancing hormones. Even though the evidence is not great, the stories that women tell about Progessence Plus are profound. Given the good safety data and the stories, this serum is great to use if you would like to become pregnant or between ovulation and menstruation. And this is when progesterone levels are naturally high in women. This one can also help support a normal transition through menopause when progesterone levels naturally fall. All right, so moving on here to Cortistop. When the body is under stress, the body produces cortisol. Chronic high levels of cortisol can throw off the body's inflammatory response, thyroid function, and metabolic function. In addition to DHEA and progesterone, Cortistop contains phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylcholine. The phosphatidylcholine is the key building block of cell membranes, and it ensures appropriate cell signaling and helps your cells know when it is time to die. One study concluded that, you guys can read these with me and find that it is hard to say those, phosphatidylcholine may be valuable in ensuring a healthy stress response and support of healthy aging. So as you guys can see there, going on to the phosphatidylserine, let me make sure I'm saying both of these right. Actually, we're going back to the phosphatidylcholine one, is also a component of cell membranes, and it is a vital substance found in every cell in the body that may support healthy aging. Cortistop is the first of many supplements to block or contain black coffee. Black coffee contains isoflavonoids. Isoflavonoids have been shown to support a normal transition through menopause, and trials have been shown that black coffee to be safe for daily use for at least 1 year. There are some safety warnings for black coffee. First, it is unknown safety in women who have had cancer, so many women choose to avoid it. It also interacts with some common medications used to treat depression and nausea. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me. I do have some additional information, but definitely to contact your pharmacist and talk to your doctor about this before use, she comments. All right, going on to Femigen, provides support for the female reproductive system from youth to menopause. It contains amino acids such as L-cysteine hydrochloride and L-cysteine, L-carnitine, and L-phenylalanine, I believe. Cysteine and cysteine are precursors to the detoxifying molecule glutathione, as well as important sulfur donors in the body. They also support normal enzyme function and hormone function in a series of very important enzyme reactions. If one is not working properly, then the entire system is at risk. Carotene is critical for energy production in the body, and it also plays a role in detoxifying waste products from the body. Phenylalanine is an essential amino acid that cannot be synthesized in the body and must be attained in the diet through the food we eat. This one is critical for the production of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Dopamine is the reward hormone, and it is important for producing normal sexual desire, and norepinephrine and epinephrine are important for normal sexual desire and sexual activities. In addition to amino acids, there are also herbs like black coffee, fleabane, and damiana. Fleabane has been used by many different cultures as a traditional herbal supplement. Damiana is an herb found in the Americas and is primarily used as an aphrodisiac. It is known to contain many phenolic compounds that support optimal health. Damiana may interfere with blood sugars, so if you have diabetes, be sure to check your blood sugars regularly as you learn to use this supplement in your life. All right, next up with Endogize. Though marketed to support normal endocrine function in women, Endogize can be taken by men and women. It contains a high level of vitamin B6, which is a natural balance for prolactin. If prolactin levels are too high, this can lead to decreased sexual desire. Vitamin B6 also is a key ingredient in the proper production and function of estrogen and testosterone. Endogize also contains ashwagandha root, which is one of the most common herbs used in Ayurvedic traditions. Sorry, I am not pronouncing that correct, I believe, but to support the male reproductive system, helps maintain balanced energy levels for physical performance and endurance. Ashwagandha root helps boost stamina and enhances sport performance. When paired with physical activity, sustains energy levels, strength, and vitality. It can also help support healthy muscles, increase muscle size and strength, and enhance muscle tone and the rate at which muscle recovery happens in men. Better yet, ashwagandha root doesn't have many of the side effects of physical performance enhancers. It promotes a balanced sense of energy and calm, mental clarity, concentration, and alertness. It can help give a healthy response to everyday stress, overwork, and fatigue. It also can help to support the normal antioxidant and immune process. It also contains L-arginine, and arginine is converted into nitric oxide in the body, a key component of the normal sexual function in men. The herb epididimium in Endogize also has been shown to enhance nitric oxide function. Endogize also contains longjack, which supports healthy testosterone levels in both men and women by kicking testosterone off its plasma-binding proteins and makes it more available for use. Next, there is Murieupuama, hopefully that makes any sense, which has been traditionally used as an aphrodisiac in both men and women. A study of the combination of Murieupuama and ginkgo biloba was examined in healthy pre- and post-menopausal women. After 1 month of treatment, women reported more interest in sex, having more sex and orgasms, and higher satisfaction with their sexual life. Similar to Cortistop, it contains the phosphoproactic, I don't have the pronunciation in front of me, choline that we talked about earlier, which is that building block of the cell membranes, and DHEA, that most abundant hormone in the body. So hopefully you guys can understand with some of those really hard words what we're talking about there. I do apologize for not knowing all those scientific words, but thank you for hanging in with me. Powergize here is a newer supplement to Young Living, and it has a lot in common with Endogize. They have overlapping ingredients like longjack, the Murieupuama, and epidimium, but Powergize has premium ashwagandha root extract called KSM66, as well as vitamin B6. Unique to Powergize are ingredients like tribulus, which has been studied for its ability to support physical activity and sexual function in men. Up next, another product that is great for guys and prostate health is Prostate Health. It is uniquely formulated for men concerned with supporting the male glandular system and maintaining healthy, normal prostate function. Prostate Health is an essential oil supplement featuring powerful saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil, ingredients known for their support of the healthy prostate gland. Saw palmetto extract may decrease the effectiveness of estrogen products by reducing estrogen levels. It can interfere with birth control pills that contain estrogen as an active ingredient. Saw palmetto extract can significantly slow down blood clotting, so stop taking saw palmetto at least 1 week before surgery. Pumpkin seed oil supports prostate health and normal function of the prostate and is great for healthy hair in aging men. All right, up next, talking about Estro, is the only tincture that we are going to cover tonight. Tinctures are great because they are concentrated forms of herbs. This one contains black and blue cohosh, while many supplements that support normal transition through menopause contain black cohosh. The data is very good to show that it can also support a healthy attitude during menstruation. Blue cohosh can support a normal inflammation response, which can also be used during menstruation. Blue cohosh may be dangerous during pregnancy and delivery. So avoid this one if you are pregnant or plan to become pregnant, which is good to know. Next up, there are a wide number of essential oils that have been shown to be beneficial in supporting healthy reproduction and sexuality. Some of those include rose, sandalwood, cedarwood, ylang-ylang, neroli, patchouli, jasmine, geranium, lavender, and even cinnamon essential oil have been prized aphrodisiac for many years. Simply inhaling clary sage has been shown to decrease cortisol levels in healthy women, and many women use it around that time of sex as well. Though there is no published data to support it, the use of Idaho blue spruce and goldenrod is almost legendary among men in young living. Use essential oils to make bedroom sprays or massage lotions. Both fatty oils and essential oils can interfere with the function of latex condoms, so don't apply them around the condom if you choose to use latex. We don't have time to fully discuss the safety of all the essential oils while pregnant or nursing. Some women choose to use all the oils as they normally would, while others avoid them entirely. If you want to use caution, you may choose to avoid fennel, cinnamon, clove, or other oils that are high in citral. So I'm just reading a few notes here. She just wants people to know that pregnancy and essential oils are one of the hardest subjects to teach simply because of the lack of information has ingrained fear in so many people. Even these words can panic-induce some audiences. So just use your judgment and make sure you do your research and feel good about what you're using. And we know that with using Young Living's essential oils and their Seed to Seal promise, we have the best product on the market to use for the best safety. So from there, I just want to go here real quick. There are a few safety points that can be restated. First, consider having hormone testing done before you begin a regimen. Also be sure to note that drug and disease interactions. Avoid blue koshi while pregnant. Avoid DHEA and ashwagandha if you have PCOS or any evidence of testosterone excess. And avoid saw palmetto if on any estrogen-containing supplements before any surgery, so that you have that. Let me get my information here. So the slides today that we've talked about, the scripting for today's meeting, of course, came from Lindsey Elmore. And you are more than welcome to visit her website. You can enroll in the club or learn more from her and these type of educational opportunities that she has provided us from her website, becoming a club member, which you don't have to be, but to get all the information, there is a bigger step up when you purchase her club, but that's not what this is about. I just want you to know that if you're interested, that's where this information has been obtained tonight, and you can also learn more from Lindsey on Facebook or Instagram. So real quick, make sure to take a moment and feel free to screenshot these recipes. If you have some time tonight or in the near future, feel free to make a sexy roll-on, as it is the wonderful month of February when we celebrate Valentine's Day, and we like to talk about these types of things with our hormones and just doing better in our lives, being able to support ourselves and our partner or our spouse. So feel free to take a, let me try and move this out of the way real quick. That is in the way. So you can get a screenshot of that. Feel free to do that. And I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to go on to a diffuser recipe for you guys. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we have some diffuser recipes. Feel free to screenshot that also, so that you might be able to save it and use it anytime that you feel like you would like to. So same thing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for attending our class tonight with reproductive health.